Welcome to the very first episode of Intentions Manifested. My name is Sophia Oja, and I am your host for this creative visualization series. I'd like to take a moment in this first episode to share with you a little bit about why I'm creating Intentions Manifested and what it is all about. Intentions Manifested is the name of this series where I share guided visualization meditations for you, each between 15 and 25 minutes. It is based on the premise that we can create a life of peace and joy. But before we do that, we need to know clearly what we want. Too often, the responsibilities and burdens of everyday life take up our entire time and attention, to the extent that we forget what we truly want. Or we may know what we want, but the circumstances of our life make us feel that we cannot experience what we want. Some of us at times even feel guilty for wanting certain things. I know I have, so I completely know how that feels. I wanted to create a space where people can take a few minutes each day to set an intention for their lives, and then to see that intention manifest during a visualization meditation. When we visualize our intention, in that very moment, we are experiencing our desires taking shape. Whenever we want something in our lives, it's really the feeling behind it that we are really after. Think about it. Whether we want a nice husband, or a beautiful house, or a wonderful career, or a lovely family, it's the good, joyful feelings that we are really after. To put it roughly, it's the peace, joy, and happiness that we want in the end. Maybe you'd phrase it differently. Maybe you call it fulfillment, satisfaction, contentment, thrill of adventure. However you phrase it, it's those feelings that you want. But when we don't have those things that we dream of, we feel there's something missing. We crave for those dreams to become a reality. So, what if we just cut straight to the feeling that we are after? We can feel those wonderful feelings like peace, fulfillment, and joy even before those material things manifest. We can instantly have those good feelings we're after in a visualization. You see, this has two effects on us. First, we already get what we want without its physical manifestation. And second, that exact feeling is the key to us actually experiencing the manifestation of those things in the material world. It's amazing. That's why creative visualization is so wonderful. It gives you what you want before you get it, and then eventually it helps you get what you want materially. And in some cases, you become so content with generating those good feelings that you no longer crave that thing in the external physical world. If it happens, great. If not, great. Let me give you an example with a fictional story. There was once a girl who really missed her mother. She wanted to feel loved and accepted by her mom, but her mom was upset with her and had decided not to speak with her daughter. The girl was sad and wanted to physically manifest a conversation with her mom because she wanted her mom to forgive her. So she did a guided creative visualization session where she visualized how it feels to be forgiven by her mom. She visualized being loved, accepted, and truly embraced for who she really was. When she visualized this, it gave her aching heart immense peace. You see, we cannot influence other people beyond a certain extent, right? but we can influence 100% of our own life. So she enjoyed that feeling of being accepted in her visualization, and she no longer depended on her mom to forgive her. She was able to be at peace with the situation even if her mom was not yet ready to forgive her and talk with her. The girl was in peace regardless of her mom's ability to forgive. She continued to love her mom and sent her good thoughts. Eventually, her mom could energetically feel the loosening of the tension from her daughter, and she picked up the phone and called her to say she loved her too. You see, when we don't fight with what is, the situation immediately changes for us in our experience. Let me share with you one more example. Maybe you're familiar with Abraham Hicks, who have produced dozens of books and videos on how to live in peace and in alignment with joy. Recently, I was hearing Abraham Hicks speak to a woman in a YouTube video. The woman asked Abraham how to handle the ringing that she could hear in her ears, which bothered her. Abraham asked, why does she think the ringing in the ears is a bad thing? The woman replied, because she thinks she may be able to hear better without the ringing. Abraham then pointed out, what if the ringing in the ears is just a sign that she is a well-tuned device picking up the vibrations in her environment as sound in her ears? Is that a bad thing? The woman immediately answered, no. Is this now bothering her? The woman said, well, now that you said it's okay to be hearing ringing in my ears, I'm not bothered by it anymore. Wow! When I heard that conversation between the two of them, it made me realize how we make what is a bad thing. We don't want things to be the way they are. But as soon as we shift our focus and our perspective, as soon as we reframe the situation appears to us differently. Nothing had changed in terms of the ringing. The woman still heard the ringing in her ears. But with just that slight reframe, it was not a problem anymore. Creative visualizations in this Intentions Manifested series can have a similar impact on you. These visualizations that I'm creating are all about helping you to create or achieve or manifest something in your life that you desire. We want something that we feel is not there in our life right now. And that's completely fine. We are allowed to have desires and dreams and wants and ambition. Nothing at all is wrong with that. That's in fact what the Intention Manifested series is all about. Helping you to get clear about what you want, helping you to see it in your mind, and helping you to generate the feelings that you are really after, and then help you get clear about the actions you need to take. But I want to highlight one single key, the secret ingredient to manifesting what you want. And that is accepting wholeheartedly what is. The girl, for instance, from my story earlier, experienced acceptance from her mother in her visualizations, and at the same time was able to accept the reality that her mother had not forgiven her. She was able to be at peace with the situation and still visualize what she wanted to experience. And as a result of this, she got the bonus, which was her mom's forgiveness. I hope that this makes sense because it took me a long time to understand how this works. It's even counterintuitive, right? We have to be okay with not having what we want, and in doing so, we get what we want. Huh? It boggles my mind, but that's how I experienced things happening for me. This is also the fundamental core idea of letting go, of being detached from the results. All we need to focus on is our emotional energy and our actions. That's it. The rest all falls into place. So this is why I'm creating the Intentions Manifested series, so that you can have what you want before you have it and be at peace while you don't have it, and then in the end get what you originally wanted. I hope you like the sound of that. Before I wrap up this introductory episode, there's one more thing I want to draw your attention to, and that is to the word visualization. Visualization clearly means seeing something in your mind's eye. But it is also a handy word to describe all kinds of experiences during your meditation. Instead of seeing images, you may hear words or sounds or even music. You may see colors and shapes and forms. You may have a gut feeling, an intuitive feeling, or simply a sense of knowing. You may feel sensations or tastes. All kinds of sensory experience is fair game, and they're all neatly described by an umbrella term, visualization. I wish there was a more suitable word that didn't make you think that you have to see images for creative visualization to work. But as long as you understand that it is an umbrella term referring to all our senses, not just the visual, then I think we're fine. This also allows you to develop all your senses during a visualization. There's a lot of information there for you, and it comes to you through all the sensory organs. So be aware and open that you may get information in ways that are best suited specifically for you. Well, my friend, that's all I have to share with you in this episode. Feel free to write me your questions, and after each episode, you're welcome to share your experiences and questions in the blog comments, and I'll be happy to do my best to answer them. To reach me and others experiencing the Intentions Manifested series, just go to reflectionpond.com/blog. Then in the right sidebar, you'll see a search box. Type in Intentions Manifested and then the episode number, episode 1. The blog post that corresponds to this episode will then show up. There, you will also find lots of other useful resources, such as my free guide, How to Prepare Before You Meditate. This guide is filled with some simple steps that you can follow before beginning each episode, and it will help you get good results from your meditation experience. Thank you so much for joining me today. I wish you lots of peace. Know that you are blessed. You are loved and you are truly cared for. See you in the next episode where we begin our Intentions Manifested journey together. Bye for now.